this should give you just a little insight into um, our relationship, and I'm just gonna give you a little idea of how things got started for my Mai and I. My Mai and I met back in 2018 on Filipino Cupid. It was recommended by a friend, and I really wasn't even looking for someone at the time, but my Mai reached out to me, and I really felt something for her right away. Um, I can't explain it, but it's a feeling that I never really had before. I mean, I've been in a lot of relationships. I've had a lot of fun in past years, and you know, you have what you put out. If you are a fun person, you're gonna have a fun time in your relationships. But they weren't real. They weren't real to me. Even my marriage just wasn't real to me. So meeting my Mai was, pretty awesome for me. She's a great lady. Just totally wonderful lady to be with, and we had a lot. We have a lot in common, even though we're from two different worlds. The Philippines and the United States are alike in some ways, but very different in other ways. We both grew up from meager beginnings, and but both of us have a positive outlook on life. So, I don't know. I guess my advice for anyone in a long distance relationship, maybe just be positive. And when the other person is negative, take them out of that space. And when you do, things will definitely improve. So, this is only kind of showing me one aspect, but my Mai and I have when we're together, we have a lot of adventures together. Some she likes and some she doesn't, but it's always something that we're experiencing together for the first time. Although, like, I don't know, that you would think that some things I have experienced ahead of time, but I haven't. I don't know. I just sometimes make things look easy, I guess. But, they're not. Anyways, I guess, like, meeting my Mai and meeting her family, and especially our daughter, Marty Joy. Marty Joy is a wonderful, wonderful kid, and she's very, very intelligent. She's in college now. She makes the dean's list every semester. She's very impressive. Let me touch on the language barrier a little bit. There isn't one. My Mai's English is good enough for me, and it was good enough to get her me. So she does a great job with her English, and it's always improving, So for anyone that wants to bash on her about her English, you can go ahead. It doesn't faze her, and it doesn't faze me either. Yeah, we're pretty done hearing anything about that. Hopefully you guys will get a chance here in the next month to get a better idea of what we're like together. I think together in the real, we're an amazing couple. So in this video, you're going to see us doing some things like going to the beach and hanging out, going to the waterfall, hanging out with some friends, having dinner. You'll see our friend Jinky in there and a bunch of other friends. Pacalor. Pacalor is also a very wonderful person. She's a very good wife and mother, and just an all-around very good friend. And I'm very thankful that Mai has her in her life, and now she's in my life also. And Jinky is also a very good friend. And for you guys out there, like, maybe, get in touch with her if you can. Also, Jinky's coming out with a channel also. I'll share a link in it. I'll share a link to her channel on this video somewhere if I can, in the comments. Comments. Let me see. Comment anytime you want. We like to hear them. We like to read the comments, and we'll reply to them as much as we can. We don't have a lot of subscribers right now, but we're getting there, and I really appreciate that. Mai is stoked every time we get a new subscriber. She's very happy. Like, she's ecstatic about it. Like, thrilled, and so am I. I really am. And I really appreciate it. And we do appreciate your comments. This is when Mai got her driver's license. That was awesome. And us just hanging out, being goofy. I'm a pretty goofy guy, so it's not a problem. The first time we actually met in the real was in Manila. She flew to Manila to be with me. It was kind of a trust exercise. And she came there all by herself. She'd never flown on a plane before. I flew in from the United States. I know this. When I got there, she was starving, and she was really hungry. So we went and we got something to eat. We got a taxi to the hotel. And we just started an amazing adventure together. That was pretty cool, I have to say. Like, I learned right away that she's very adventurous, and she's a real person, a real woman, and just a delight to be around. She has a ton of friends that they all love her. Our church family is wonderful to both of us, and that's always a real treat when I'm able to go to church there. I don't know what else to say. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I'm not covering that I probably should be. Her brothers are really decent to me. We always joke around. We have good times together. This is at Mount Leah. We had a really good time there. We had an adventure getting there, which was, that was pretty cool in itself also. When I go to the Philippines, when I go to Cebu, I usually rent a car. I don't recommend it for everybody, but if you're a decent driver and you're patient, you can have a lot of fun. This is my mic goofing around. She's playing like Samara. Yeah, renting a car, just be careful about how you go about it, and just be very careful driving. If you have an accident, it's gonna be your fault. I can't really say from experience, but from what other people have told me, pretty much you're in another country, you're driving, you want to follow the rules of the road more than the locals do. Although there is this one place I always do kind of an illegal U-turn, and I get busted every time. But the traffic cop, he's nice, so, you know, he lets me off the hook every time. There's a little other stuff involved, but he lets me off. My talks to him, and, you know, I slide him a little lunch money, and we're good. So, you know, follow the rules of the road. But if you want to get around quick in Cebu, Manila, anywhere in the Philippines, leave early in the morning and come back later in the evening, like much later in the evening, and your travel times will be short. Like if you're going a distance, if you're going 70 kilometers, if you're going at regular times, it's going to take you 5 hours to go 70 kilometers. If you go early in the morning, it's going to take you an hour and a half, you know, on the outside, maybe 2 hours, but it's definitely worth it leaving in the morning. Enough about that. That's silly. If you're going to go do something like snorkeling or anything like that, I recommend, you know, going out on a boat. You'll have a guide. Guides are really awesome to have. Even I recommend it for anyone at any age, but they're a lot of help for us older guys. And they're used to it. You know, like, they're good guides. So I recommend using a guide for all of your little excursions, things like that. And on the upside, they're always there to take a picture for you. This is My Christmas party 2018, and the theme was beauty queen or beauty pageant, and everyone was a winner, but especially My. She's so beautiful in that. And so is Marty Joy. Look at her. She's just awesome. Beautiful girl. Beautiful young lady. There's me goofing around, just being goofy at work. Not at work. And then, you know, we have some downtime, obviously, between these times and the last time I was there. My very patriotic there. Very patriotic. Supporting our 45 Trump. Also very patriotic there. That's pretty cool. Yep. Just being a beautiful lady. Always. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. I know it's really long, and usually I make shorter videos, but I just got into this. She's playing Tiny Lady behind the cup there. Yep. And there's Marty Joy again, showing support for 45. Yeah. Where was I? And there's a lot of amazing things to do in the Philippines. You just have an awesome time. But even if you're just going to relax, you know, whatever your reasons, it'll be a really special experience for you. I guarantee you'll have a really good time. I mixed some videos in here, but I don't know if they're going to come up in the edit. Or maybe they will, I don't know. But I think they're in here, but they're not showing as videos, or they will in the cut. But this is a luncheon we threw together for My and her friends, and our friends, rather. It was a good time. We had a lot of really great times. Just she squeezed into that wetsuit and she didn't go scuba diving. That wasn't the plan for the day, and it was hilarious, but she's a trooper. She did it anyways, and that was pretty cool. Yeah. This was actually on my last trip there. This was a couple days before I left. I left there February 20th, 2020, and that's the last time we have been together since. And we have a trip planned coming up, and, well, we'll tell you all about it, hopefully together, but we have a trip planned coming up in September to meet up in Bangkok. The main reason is the Philippines isn't allowing unvaccinated tourists unless they quarantine for 5 days. And I work for a living, so I have a limited amount of time, and I'm also going to have some dental work done in Bangkok, and it just works out a little bit better me going there. Yep. So this is us. We're helmet diving in Cebu. This is also on the last couple days. I was there last time, in 2020, February 2020. Yeah, that was a fun trip. When we went parasailing, she's a trooper. She was a little scared, but when we're together, there's nothing that really scares us, like, because we're together, I guess. And when you're with someone that you really love, even though you're doing things and you're having adventures and things might be a little scary or dicey, you're with the person you love. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Not really. Not my world, anyways. Life has been really good to us so far, even with the pandemic or plandemic or whatever you want to call it. We had an interruption, but we never missed a beat. We always talk to each other every day on FaceTime, usually around 3 hours a day. We go through our daily routine, her getting ready for work, me getting ready for my job, me coming to my job, things like that. And we put out a lot of cooking videos because that's something that we have to do, and we kind of share that with you guys. But like on my time off here, I usually will go to the range, do a little bit of shooting, have some I'm just being goofy there, but just having some adventures. This, I think, is in Pennsylvania. I'm there with my nephew. This is an area that I like a lot. It's a camp that belongs to my cousin, and we go there quite a bit, like when we're able. We'll check out the pond, do a little bit of fishing, things like that, and barbecue. And that's my nephew Benjamin. I really care a lot about Benjamin. We get along pretty good. I love him a lot. I don't know what else to tell you, except for meeting my us meeting. I don't want to say it changed our lives, but it sure has made our lives a lot better. We really have. We've located each other's smiles, and we laugh every day. We joke around. This is Robert Bryan and his daughter Briley, two people that I love tremendously, a lot. And just so you know, anyways, I'm just going on and on and on here. Uh, yeah, just when you find someone you really care about, you really want to be with, let them know that every day. It's not a secret. Just let them know every day how much you love them, how much you want to be with them, and how much you care about them. And plan your future. And don't ever stop to, like, just keep planning your future. It'll happen. Long distance relationships, they can be a struggle. I'm at the International UFO Museum, and I always ask them every time I go there, why don't you call it the Intergalactic UFO Museum? But they don't, and they haven't. So I go there every trip out that way for some reason. I can't wait to take my there. I think she'll trip out, and I know her brother Gagong would also. Just some more pictures of goofy stuff. I don't know. I didn't realize I took so many pictures. Anyways, yep. So I'm heading to Bangkok. That's where we're gonna be at. We're gonna make a couple trips to the temples, I think, but probably not a whole lot of that. Anyways, the end. I think the end of this video is near. There's some pictures of Dakota, and we're coming up on the end of this video. There's Jinky, and our chicken. And there it is, the end.